Yes.
Okay,
How are
there
you
we go.
today?
I am I'm doing better. I had to go back to the doctor because apparently my ear infection did not go away. So
Oh.
I'm back on antibiotics. I can't hear out of this ear, but we're making it work.
It's
Yeah,
worse.
we're making it work, yeah. So, it's okay. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Feel good. Feel
Mm,
good. Yeah.
that. Very happy to hear that. Yeah, if I seem again a little out of it today, it has nothing to do with you. It truly is. It's
No,
horrible
it's
because
totally
I
fine.
so what ended up happening is back in must have been the end of April when we were supposed to do some calls. I got an ear infection in this ear. And
Yeah.
it was horrible. There was like blisters in my ear. It was a whole thing. They gave me antibiotics, and I took those for 7 days, and it was supposed to, and it felt like it worked. But
Yeah.
then I woke up yesterday, or maybe the day before. I don't know. I woke up a few days ago, and my ear was still hurting, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, like something like that's not good. So I went back to the urgent care and they said, "Yeah, it looks like the antibiotics worked." So
Yeah.
they they made it better, but they didn't fix it all the way. So my ear is now completely messed up again.
Yeah.
S- I can't really hear. I
Oh.
have a little bit of a headache.
That bad because I had that an experience about my ear. When the
Really?
COVID come, I live with my wife, so she's were she I feel itchy in my ear, so I asked her to check if there anything in my ear. So she used like how to use to clean it.
A
Yeah.
like a Q-tip?
Yeah, something like that, and make my ear is worse. So I can go to the hospital because that time we isolate, we
Mhm.
cannot get out. So that's bad. My ear is a lot of fluid water they come out. I can hear
First.
anything. So fortunately I can contact to the doctor, and he give me some medicine, and I feel better like that. That's bad.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
So if I seem a little bit out of it, I'm fine. I got medicine. I just have to wait for it to work, but it just sucks. No
Yeah.
good. Well, what have you been up to? Anything fun? Anything interesting?
Mm, so I feel like recently I go to the class, I be able to asking and speaking more confident.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
happy to hear
yeah.
that. I am. Yeah, how is your class going? How is the
Uh,
ESL?
or they gonna go to the last of semester. I think is a couple weeks coming up. Like we're gonna finish on May 20.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha. So like
yeah,
the end of the month.
yeah. End of the month.
Okay. Well, very, very nice. I'm glad to hear that,
Yeah,
has been going well for you. Yeah, I think that they are, English, it's like there's sort of two different skills that you need. Of
yeah,
course, super important to know all of your grammar, all of your vocabulary. That is incredibly important to be able to like know how English works. But
yeah,
it is different from conversational.
that's
Conversational is a different type of skill. So I'm glad to hear that, it's been going
yeah.
well
Mm,
for you,
mm.
going good.
Yeah, there's some student they still take retake again this class because this class is like the last of the semester, like the advanced class. So some people they retake, but I feel like some grammar I get I get it like 70%. It's not like too
Okay.
hard. So right now it's time to practice. Yeah.
I understand. Well, again, I feel a little bad because I didn't come super prepared today because I haven't really been feeling up to like putting together lessons, but I wanted to sort of turn it over to you. What would you like to do, you know, with your time today? We could just do a conversation? Do you have any questions?
Mm,
Um,
I
I
think
didn't.
conversation, yeah. Uh I like I think I'm gonna ask you like maybe the interview like when I go to Virginia, maybe I go to the tattoo shop to ask like they want to take a apprenticeship, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
apprenticeship. Yeah.
Yeah, but I never had like this experience, because over there like just like people like you I never met, and they all they all American people.
Okay.
So this experience I never had. So do you give me any advice or something like that?
For
Mm-hmm.
interviewing advice. Well, I guess I always tell people with interviews. This is more, I guess, like emotional advice more than like actual,
Okay.
English advice. But um, when it comes to doing interviews, this is like the only time that most
Mm-hmm.
people have to brag about themselves, right? Because I feel
Yeah.
like in regular everyday life, people don't
Yeah.
just go around bragging about all their skills and all the things that they're good at and how awesome they are. Um, so don't be shy.
Okay.
I always tell all my students, it's this is your time to make yourself look really good. And
Oh
it's your
yeah.
time to, get to brag a little bit
Yeah.
about like what your experience is, what you could bring to the table. So, yeah, don't be afraid. Don't feel shy. Brag
Okay.
about yourself. Um, I will say I have interview advice that I do like to give to people. I am wondering though, I don't know if a tattoo shop would have the same process.
Yeah.
I guess I could just go over some of my like standard interview questions just to maybe give you a little bit of a sorry, I'm getting weird pop-ups going on. I'll give you some of the standard ones just to maybe give you some things to think about before, you go on to this interview. But they might ask you questions that I do not know about because I've
Okay.
never
Yeah. Yeah.
been like in a tattoo shop.
Just
Uh,
general, just general. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I guess probably the easiest and also hardest question they're going to ask you is tell me about yourself.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I guess I will ask that to you. Tell me about yourself.
Okay. So, you got me. You ask me like to brag anything I can do for them.
Yeah, and you don't have to be but again, this is just a little bit of practice,
Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't have to be perfect. I just sort of want you
Okay.
to go through, what some of the answers
Okay.
could be. I could tell you if I
Oh,
give a thumbs up or
all
down,
right.
we're just sort of
Okay.
role playing a little bit,
Okay. So,
so it doesn't have to be too serious. So when someone asks you in an interview, tell me about yourself, usually they want to know a little bit about your personality.
okay.
And then they also want to know about maybe your experiences that are related to the job. So, like, if
Okay.
it was like a tattoo shop, you would probably say something about being an artist,
Okay.
being passionate about design,
Yeah.
it should be somewhat related to what the job is.
Okay.
So, um, So just,
Yeah, okay.
just like an interview with a focus.
All right.
I mean, an answer with a focus. So, tell me about yourself.
Okay. I used to be I am an artist. I used to work in California last year. But before that time, I learned tattoo in my country, in my Vietnam. So I moved to California and I started doing there in a tattoo shop like years. So unfortunately, I live with my dad, but he's sick, and I need to bring him back my country. So when I come back, my sister, she live in Virginia. She asked me to come to live with her. Um I I decide to go to there, but before I will go to here, I do some research. In Virginia it's different with California because in Virginia it's a little bit strict about tattoo. Then you have to get a bloodborne pathogen. You have to get a license. But in California, you don't have to have a license. You only need training by um, uh, blood pathogen, and you can go to the tattoo shop and work over there. But in here, you have to able you go to the school and take the tattoo license around 6 months. Um, and you can get another option is to go to tattoo shop and become an apprenticeship. Usually work there 1 year without pay. So I don't mind to start up again, to start over again. Uh, I do even I know how to do tattooing, so I know apprenticeship don't get pay. Uh, and you can do some labor work to get a little bit money. So that's it.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. I think that's yeah, I think that is some good information to let them know that you have experience. You learned in Vietnam, you practiced in California. So even though you'd be coming to do an apprenticeship, you have worked as a tattoo artist before. I think
Yeah.
that's good. I think that's good information. I I guess my one recommendation is maybe that some of the information I feel like it was good for me to hear because I did not
Okay.
know. I don't know the
Oh yeah, yeah.
situation. But when it comes to someone who's working, like, at a tattoo shop,
Hmm.
um, I think they would maybe be a little bit more knowledgeable than me when it comes to
Okay.
that, so I think you might not have to give them the full explanation
Okay.
as to you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
As I think you could just let them know that it's like, "Hey, I work in California. I'm
Okay.
here in Virginia living with my sister now, but" sorry,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said that
yeah.
back. "I'm here in Virginia looking for a job. I live with my sister. I'm here. But when I was in California, I did work as a tattoo artist. So I have experience. I just need to get experience here as well." Yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
important to let them know that you have you do have experience. Even
Yeah.
if you are not like certified in that
Hmm.
state, you know what you're doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was good. Okay. Well, let's move on to another pretty basic question. What are your strengths and weaknesses?
Oh, I can able to drawing like a real portrait, I can design for you know uh design for the full any tie on the body. So yeah, that's uh my case, I train about that.
What are your it's sort of funny. Sometimes when you're doing a job interview, They will ask you to give them a weakness. So, what is something you're bad at?
Okay.
What you have to come in prepared is you have to come with a weakness that can also be seen as a positive.
Hmm.
You know, some people will say something
Okay.
like, "Oh, sometimes I pay too much attention to detail because I'm just so meticulous. Like I'm so
Okay.
dedicated that I spend too much time on the detail." You see how that is like technically
Mm,
a weakness,
okay.
but can also be a positive, meaning that you
Okay.
care and put a lot of attention into your work. Um, they might not ask you this, but you should have one prepared.
Okay.
Say a weakness. Have come in with something that, you know, is something you
Mm.
could work on, but is also good. That also makes you look
Oh,
good.
that's a good point. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Actually I repaired that to say that my weakness is communicate because I just starting to learn English recently. So
That could be
but
perfect. You
yeah.
could say that, you know, sometimes I might struggle with communication, but
Yeah.
let them know that you're practicing or that you're in school.
Yeah.
Um, because that shows it is, you know, it could be a weakness of yours, but you're already but it also shows that you're like proactive and taking steps to like work on what you think is a weakness.
Yeah.
That's also a very good
Yeah,
example.
yeah. But I can say like but I'm practice and try to become more better on communicate, because English is not my main language. It's just second language. So I start to learn and get better every day.
Yeah. No, I think that's good. As long as that weakness of yours, you can turn it into a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
That is the real, I don't know, game, I guess, that you're sort of
Yeah,
playing in interviews is good and
yeah,
bad. You're all gonna try to make it look good.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I think that is, I think that's good.
yeah.
What about why do you want this job?
Um, it's my passion, and I think I good at craft like drawing, and I feel I learn it quickly. So and I spend a lot of time to do it. Um, I wake up early, stay up late to just drawing or do tattooing. Even I don't mind about money. The first time I starting to do tattoo, so I think that's why I choose tattoo.
Mm, okay, yeah, perfect. I mean, that's a really, really good answer. Yeah. I'm passionate, I'm dedicated, I enjoy what I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I don't really have you're actually pretty prepared for this. I don't really have a ton of, you know, advice that I feel like I need to give because yeah, that's exactly how I would answer. Um, oh, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Mm, I just moved to here, so my house sister is not far from here, and this is like a small city. So I mean, I think that my goal is to go to here to live uh grab join in a part of the tattoo shop in here. Uh,
I mean, good. I think it's good to say I'm new here. I'm moving here to be with my sister, so most of the time when someone is asking you where you see yourself in 5 years, they want you to say, "I will be at this job in 5 years." You know, I think they're trying to see how, like, dedicated or
yeah,
committed
yeah,
you are,
yeah,
and you wanna know what I always say? Maybe this is bad. This might be a little bit mean of me, but I
yeah.
always just say, "I'll be here in 5 years," even if you don't know. Even
Okay.
you know,
Oh,
it
just
doesn't
say
it
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it might not be
Okay.
true,
Oh, yeah.
but you can just say, "Yeah, I see myself here in 5 years. I see myself still tattooing in 5 years. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
advanced."
yeah.
Or that type of
Yeah,
thing.
that's good.
So usually when they're asking about or 3 years, 5 years, 10 whatever, whatever they say,
Mm-hmm.
the time period, you're gonna want to find a way to, yeah, include your advancement
Mm-hmm.
in their, I don't know, shop,
Like
whatever.
benefits for shop in 5 years.
Yes,
Like, yeah. Okay.
yes, yeah, yeah. I hope to have advanced in my job. I hope to be. You just want to make yourself sound like you're going to be around for a long
Okay.
time, even if it's not true, because we never know what the future is,
Yeah.
right?
Right. Yeah.
But you're sort of gonna want to
Oh,
make
yeah.
it,
Yeah.
sound like you're going to be a long term benefit
Oh, yeah.
for them. So here, let me ask again. With that in mind, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Uh, I think that's I'm really happy to be a part of your team in 5 years later.
Okay. I would say also add that you will, I guess, advance or like
Advance.
progress. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. Like advancement means to like you hope to have um gotten better or like grown
Advance.
in
Yeah. Okay.
skill.
Okay.
You
Okay.
hope to have like developed your skills, gotten
Okay.
better within those years. You could also talk about your personal life too. So you could say, I
Mm,
hope that in 5 years I'm still tattooing. I hope
mm.
that I have become a better tattooer, that type of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. One more time. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I hope I get better in 5 years. I still doing tattoo and advance. What is how to use advance in sentences?
Yeah. Hope that I am advancing in my job.
Advancing my job. Okay. And still
Yeah.
working here, right?
And I'm still working. Yeah.
Okay. I'm still you working. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. It just, you just want to make yourself sound like you are a long-term
Okay.
asset.
Okay.
If they hire you now, you'll be useful for,
Okay. Learn for
years.
them. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um, ooh, sorry. I just got a headache. Sorry.
It's
Sorry.
okay. It's okay.
Sometimes the problem is it's because your ears, your nose, and your throat, they're all connected, and they're all
Yeah.
connected, like, behind your eyes, like, they're all, like,
Oh,
in your head, like, in
yeah.
the center of your head, and so sometimes when something's wrong with your ears, at least for me, if there's
Yeah.
something wrong with my ears or my nose, it makes my eyes hurt so bad.
That's weird, right?
Let me Yeah, I just being a person who gets, like, allergies and a lot of sinus problems,
Yeah.
it sucks. So sorry if
For you.
I actually, I'm gonna ask sort of for a weird request of you.
Okay.
I have been using a heating pad on my chin, like on this area.
Mm-hmm.
I am gonna go heat up this heating pad. I will take 1 minute. I will be right back. But if I
Sure.
have a heating pad here, is that okay?
No, no, it's okay. Don't worry.
I
Yeah.
I will literally be like 1 minute. I just have to go heat it up. I'll be
Sure.
right back. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you so much for
Mm.
dealing
Take
with
your
me today.
time. Take your time.
I am
Good.
back. Sorry,
Okay.
I had to grab like my heating pad because it I don't know what it is, but it's like my jaw really hurts right
Oh
here. So
yeah.
just ignore me. I promise I'm good.
No, no, no. It's okay.
I just I was starting to get a headache and I didn't want to, sort of lose my focus while we were doing our calls. So, what was where was I on this list? Okay. Oh, they might also ask you about previous employment, so like different jobs you've had in the past. Um, the way that I have it written, at least on my page that I'm using, is why, why did you leave your current job, or why did you leave your previous job?
Uh, I before I'm a tattoo artist. I used to do nails. Uh, when the first time I come to Americans, I I I do nails. So, but I feel that's kind of job to just surviving, and I don't feel, um, I still have the how to say interact with people, that everything is good, but I don't feel any joy, or I feel happy with my that job, so I quit and I decided to be tattoo artist.
Okay. Okay. And now, could you tell me about your previous studio? Like where you were previously working with your tattoo artists?
uh I
Where you
work
were
with
previously working as a tattoo artist?
Oh yeah, I work over there. Is the owner is like he's American, but he's how to say his mother from come from my country. He's born in the Americans.
Um, I don't know. Is there a term for that? Let me think. Um, I mean, usually when people are the first of their family born in America,
Mm-hmm.
even though their family was born in a different country, that
Hmm.
person is called like a first generation American.
Okay.
So you could say that he is a first generation American. His mother was born in Vietnam.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. So
I think
yeah.
that's a recognizable term. Yeah.
Yeah. So I used to work for him, so really surprising. He helped me a lot. And the last time my English is not good. Now I'm better, you can see, but I'm not good at that. So he helped me for communicate, and he encouraged me to learn English. So I go to school, and after class, I go to work for him. A couple months. Then my dad is sick, and I asked him, I cannot live, I cannot work anymore because uh my dad is become sick, and my sister asked me um go to live with her, so I decided to quit. That's it. And that job is really um I really love to work over there.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. When you're talking about a previous job, it's always really good to keep it, you know, positive. You
Positive.
don't want to
Yeah.
complain
Yeah. Yeah.
about your old job. And I think it's also good to say that we had a very good relationship. He was very
Yeah.
helpful to me.
Oh yeah.
I really appreciated,
Yeah.
really appreciated what he did for me. And the only reason I left is because I had to move.
Yeah.
You want to stay positive. You want to let them know that you're likable, that you're an employee that gets,
Yeah.
along
Yeah.
well
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
others.
Yeah.
So I think that's perfect to just say, yeah, the only reason I left is because I had to move. If not, we had a very good relationship, and I really appreciated, yeah,
Yeah.
how much you helped me. Yeah, yeah. You just always want to stay positive. You don't want to look bitter. Not that I think you would be bitter, but
Yeah. Yeah.
obviously that's just I always want people to, remember that don't use the time to complain. Make it about yourself and how great you are and how
Okay.
much everyone likes you. Don't be no complaining, even though I don't think you would.
Okay.
You don't
Yeah. Sure.
you don't give um I don't think that of you at all. But I just say it every single time just 'cause and sometimes people also they say weird things when they're nervous. Like I've had some instances where especially like here on italki, I have some people that we like pretend to interview. It's
Hmm.
very professional. I pretend I don't know them. We do like the whole interview process.
Yeah.
Um, and it's funny because I do know them. I've practiced with them before, but the
Yeah.
second they get under stress, they start giving weird answers. So just because I think they're nervous and they just sort of start
Yeah.
saying random things. Um, you just keep it positive.
Oh yeah.
No matter even if you get a little nervous, maybe you don't know how to answer, positivity. That's where you gotta keep it. Gotta keep it positive. Um, let's try the let's try some. Oh, you will have a lot of the time when people are doing interviews from the employer's perspective, the person
Mhm.
giving the interview, they're going to ask you about like your past behaviors. So they're sort of going to try to predict the future, see, you know,
Okay.
what you've done in the past and how you'll behave in the future. Um, so they might ask you questions about experiences you had in the past, like give me an example of a problem that you've experienced at work and how you solved it.
Um, I usually not like be on time and when I go to work. So I try to now I'm changes like I set alarm. I uh, go too early and I organize everything when I start to do something. I plan about it first. So right now I think I'm changes by the way I do make a plan before I do something.
Okay. Okay. So in the past, you have um, struggled with like I guess, getting projects or getting projects like done on time, but you have taken steps
Hmm.
to make sure that you stay on schedule.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that could be good. Just again, as long as you're always emphasizing how great you are now.
Yeah.
Um, okay. I'm gonna try one that's a little bit maybe, sort of in the same vein. Tell me about a time that you had to deal with a difficult client.
uh I have a lot of trouble with the client. Like they used to like they not come on time or even they cancel the schedule. But I have patience. I'm not never complain or like to upset about that. I just asking them what's problem with them, why or how or what happened with them, make them like how their emotion to just not to pushing them uh like that, but just asking and like care about them. So then they feel like I'm really care about them, not like so then come back and they sorry and they not like that anymore. So that's it.
Yeah,
And
perfect.
even
Perfect.
so sometimes I do for some client I do a little bit longer than expect. They feel a little bit longer, so they ask me. But when I complete the project, when they see the result, they feel more happy because they
Okay.
get what they
Mm,
want.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think yeah, that's good. Patience.
Yeah.
When I have a conflict, I respond to it with patience. I think that's a really good um no, I think that's a really good answer. You know, before you go in and do these interviews, again, this is all this is something I can't necessarily decide for you. But I also like to give people the advice that they should just think of a few words, a few, characteristics or different sort of like, I guess characteristics is the right word. Think of a few different characteristics that you think are good about yourself.
Okay.
So we're just gonna have a couple little bullet points. Now you can say that you are patient. You could
Patience.
say that you are talented. You could say that you are passionate. You're gonna pick a few words that you think describe yourself and how you want to be seen and how you want to show up at the job.
Okay.
And every time you're asked a question, you're going to want to answer based on one of those bullet points.
Okay.
Does this make me seem passionate? Does this make me seem talented? Does this make me seem patient? And you
Okay.
pick those words for you. Obviously, I'm not telling you
Okay.
that
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
pick those exact words, but um, you have to. I think that helps people maybe stay a little bit more on topic again,
Mhm.
because sometimes you get nervous, you ramble, you say random things, and then you
Yeah.
leave the interview and you're like, "Why did I say that?" Like it's not what you expected at all.
Yeah.
Um, so I would say for you, I would just go through and pick a few words that you want to embody you, that you want to represent you,
Okay.
and make sure that all of your answers fit one of those themes. Like that was a really good answer if you wanted one of your little bullet points to be patience. Yeah, that's
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah.
I've had employees, not employees, I've had clients be late. I've had clients not show up. I've
Mm-hmm.
had clients get off schedule, but I responded with patience.
Yeah.
And it always, and we always found a way to figure it out without getting angry at each other.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think good answer for
Yeah.
the bullet point of patience.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that one. Um, oh, sometimes you will be prompted to ask a question to them. At least I've had this experience before. You do the whole interview, they're asking you questions,
Yeah.
how's your, tell me about you, what's a problem you had in your life, just all the different questions.
Yeah.
And then they're going to ask you, possibly at the end, they might ask you, okay, do you have any questions for me? It's always good to have maybe like one really good question. So, whew, again, I'm sorry. I'm not tired and I'm not bored. I just have it's crazy right now. Um, yeah, after this, I'm definitely gonna need to go take like an ibuprofen or something. Um, You Some questions that I really like just to have, you could just say, "What what is a normal day at the shop like? What is a typical day at the shop like?"
Mm-hmm.
Um, that question, you're just sort of asking, what are the roles and responsibilities of
Okay. Yeah.
what of the shop are doing? Um, you could also ask them something that's maybe a little bit more personal. You could say, "What's your favorite thing about working here?"
Mm-hmm.
Um, you could also ask if you wanted to be, maybe a little bit. This one is a little bit of a risky question, but you could say, um, you know, are there any challenges that I need to be prepared for before starting this position? You could also ask, how How can I be successful working here? You Now all of these questions work. You could use any of them. Don't use all of them. Don't don't
Yeah.
ask like a million different questions. But I would just maybe have one guaranteed before you went into the interview, just so that you know it. And again, they don't ask you, okay, do you have anything to say for me? And you just go, no, because you can't think of anything.
Mm,
So a lot of my advice just sort of revolves around being able to be sort of prepared before you go in. You're going
yeah.
to think about what you want the theme of your answers to be. Don't memorize individual answers. Sometimes that can make people come off as like rehearsed or maybe a little bit not authentic. You
Yeah.
know, a little bit like a robot. So I wouldn't worry about like memorizing specific answers to specific questions, but I would make sure that you know what your theme is going to be, how you want to present yourself, what type of personality traits you
Mm,
want to show. And then just make sure that every one of your answers has something to do with one of those personality traits.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also have one question memorized. Just a question that you could ask
Okay,
if they
yeah.
ask a question. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, how's that? Is that
Yeah,
is that
that's
okay?
like open mind to get a lot of response from you, a lot of advice. I think that's worth because I never had experiences to interview in American. So I think that's the different culture and different here is the different. So
Mm,
yeah, that's is a good advice,
yeah.
I
I
guess.
I guess Americans are um yeah, I guess I don't know if this is maybe a stereotype that we have, but like Americans are a little bit of show-offs, right? You know,
Yeah,
I've had some
yeah,
people
yeah,
say that before,
yeah,
that
yeah,
Americans like to show off. That is true.
yeah,
Sometimes I think it's not horrible. Sometimes I think they exaggerate it, but Americans do sort of are show-offs. It's all about
yeah,
it's very
yeah.
individual. So when you get in that interview, show off. Yeah, that's what they're
Okay.
probably gonna expect of you.
But it's okay, right? It's not like to show up, to show that's what you can do, right? Yeah, it's my country. It's like if you show up too much, you show up. That's guy you lost a chance to get a job. You know, you need to
That's I
humble.
mean,
So yeah, that the different culture is like that. So I just curious and ask you.
yeah. Now, obviously, you can't go in there. You know, even in America, sometimes people show off too much. You can't go in there and be like, "I'm better than you."
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah. That's sure.
you know,
You cannot do that.
you can't say, "I'm better than you," but you can go in there and say, "I think I'm very talented, and I think I would be a great person to have at your show. I think I could benefit you because I'm so talented." You know, to have that level of confidence in yourself
Hmm.
is sort of what they sort of expect
Oh yeah.
in an interview here. It's not bad to show off. You don't have to be humble.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank
That
you.
is a skill you have to learn. You do have to
Oh
learn how to show off a little bit
yeah.
in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why I think you should approach it. Just have those bullet points. Just think of good traits about yourself that
Yeah.
you want to show, that you want to let the person know. Mhm. So yeah, patience, passion, creativity, talent, all those type of good things that a person can have.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's a good advice I take today.
Okay. Well, very nice. I maybe next call, or no, maybe not next call. Maybe a few calls from now, we could do like an actual. interview because
Yeah.
I have some people do that to where they'll hop on the call and I will literally act like an interviewer, like I don't know you,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah.
I will just ask the questions. I won't give any advice throughout or any explanations. It'll just be a true interview. And then we could talk about it at the end. But today didn't really feel like that. I
Oh
sort of
yeah.
wanted to
No,
talk
it's
through
good.
it.
That's good. That's enough.
Okay. Okay. Well, it looks like we have about 10 minutes left. Is there anything you would like to do in our last 10 minutes? Any comments, questions for me?
Um, let me see. Mm, like to practice and communicate, like to get let's say I think that communicate in work is really important, right? Because I see that some people they use not too good at doing tattooing, but
Mhm.
they still only communicate. They still have large customer clients. Yeah, I think
Mm.
that skill requires.
I yeah, I know. I think you're talking about marketing. Marketing is really important. Being able
Mm,
to communicate yourself as a brand
oh
and to
yeah.
communicate yourself. Yeah, I think that is really important. I I do think I will say I think being and this is funny coming from me who teaches English here online, but I do think that part of a brand and part of communicating I think it is more maybe important to be likable than it is to have 100% perfect English. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, obviously, I'm an English teacher. I love teaching English, talking with
Yeah.
people. I think it's very important to have good English. But I also would not completely stress yourself out about it if your
Mm-hmm.
English is not perfect by the time you start tattooing. I think that especially with conversational English and not like professional
Mm-hmm.
English, with conversational, um, I think that you will I think that being likable is more important than having perfect English.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not saying obviously keep learning, keep taking classes, keep progressing, always, but don't let your progress. Like don't let being in progress stop you from feeling comfortable communicating.
Okay.
You know that is it. I genuinely think it'll be great practice to be in contact with a bunch
Yeah.
of customers. Um, I just I guess the point I'm making is that yes, you were totally right. Communication is super important. It can really help build a brand. It can really help with your
Yeah.
marketing. Um, but don't let maybe the words you don't know
Yeah.
scare you from using the words you do know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's right. Um, I like, in my country when I speak Vietnamese, I used to, miss some humor inside us. But when I come
Mhm.
here, I still have some idea to make humor, but in English, it's kind of different.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Oh, humor. See, that is one thing that I've always sort of had a hard let me think. I think it's because comedy changes greatly from country to country. And it's funny that you asked that question because I've always had a hard time really explaining what Americans find funny.
yeah.
What is funny? Mm. You know, I actually will have to probably I will do some research for you on that one actually, because because I there definitely are differences in comedy from country to country, but I don't know how to
Yeah,
describe America's. But I
yeah,
will look for because because I do think it's important to be able
yeah.
to have humor or to
Yeah,
tell.
right. When to working, you definitely need some humor,
Yes,
like because you
yeah,
cannot share it with client.
I know. You just I sit there
Yeah,
super serious
yeah,
hours.
yeah.
Okay.
Even us when you go to the barber or you go to nail salon or something like that, you want
Yeah,
to find people feel a little bit happy, a mood to doing. Like
yeah, yeah. That is a really good question.
yeah,
That is because humor, yeah, because humor is it's like taking language plus culture.
oh yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like where language and culture meet is gonna be humor. And so it's a little bit harder to sort of explain, but I will. I'll look for it because that's a good question that I don't have an answer for right now.
Okay.
But I will but I will look for you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I will. Maybe next time we'll have like a comedy club
Yeah,
here in our here in our call.
yeah.
We'll be doing comedy. But
I'm excited.
but no, yeah, but you are very right. There are lots of different yeah, language is very complicated. Yeah.
Yeah, like
You're
even somebody they don't like speak more fluently, but they still have some humor. They make people, sort of like that. Yeah.
mm, I understand. Okay. Yeah. I will look because I can't if and especially right now, I have a little bit of headache. If I tried to be
Oh
funny right
yeah.
now, it probably would not be it probably would not be my best. But yes, you are right. America does have a humor that is
Yeah.
probably different than Vietnam's, which is different than France's, you know.
Yeah,
There are
yeah.
diff they're gonna be different. Okay. Okay. I will have to think on that one. Okay. Well, I hate
If,
to have to let you go early,
no,
but
just
I
if you feel tired, just
about to
hang up.
have to leave
That's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
because I'm about to have to go.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I can feel that I'm about to have a crazy
yeah.
headache.
You, you,
Um,
you,
again, I'm so
you-
sorry. I hate
no, just
that the
take a
time
rest.
we start.
Just take a rest.
I hate that the time we start doing calls, I have two crazy ear infections in a row, and it's like
Yeah.
I'm all over the place. But hopefully next time it'll be under control. I will think of some comedy. I will look
Sure.
up. I'll do some research for you.
Okay.
Um, and
Right.
then hopefully next time will be a little better.
All right. Take
Okay.
a rest.
Well, that's super nice to
Take
see
care.
you.
Okay, bye. See you later. Bye.